Today's topic is going to be, do you really have to eat 6 times per day to make any kind of significant impact on your overall muscle building performance and gaining good amount of muscles? So, is that actually truth or not? Hi, my name is Boris Kish and welcome to my channel. So this is pretty much the old school of bodybuilding. From where does this myth comes along? So before, people who were going to the gym and bodybuilders were pretty much believing that you have to eat every few hours, every 2.5 hours, at least 6 times per day if you want to grow and if you want to put some kind of decent body mass on yourself. If you miss the meal, it's over. You're not going to achieve anything really good with your progress, and you can pretty much get into the frustration mode, into the panic mode, and everything has to be super strict, counted by every microgram and every minute when you're supposed to do what or take what. And then I remember when I was still competing as a teenager, everybody had their watches and clocks set up so that they alarm every 2-3 hours, and then they were taking their food and eating no matter where they were and what they were doing. And it was, I always respected that. I want to say that I also respect that today. But this was pretty much extreme for my opinion. I never thought that this is really necessary. I mean, especially the myth that is connected with the whole story is the body able to absorb more than 50 grams of protein per meal. So I would like to put it like that. All the carnivores like lions, tigers, and other wild animals, sometimes they do not eat for, let's say, week or weeks, and imagine when they catch their prey, when they eat, imagine how much protein they can absorb in one meal. Yes, of course, you will say now, Boris, but we are not wild animals. I fully agree. No, we are not, but that doesn't mean that we can only absorb up to 30 or 50 grams of protein per day. Even the studies now these days are decently showing that the body can absorb without any problems up to 100 grams of protein per meal. So if you miss your meal, there shouldn't be any drama, there shouldn't be any panicking. Trust me, the body will get those proteins into your system. If you don't miss, I would say from my personal experience, the time frame that is around 24 hours. That way, you know, you can eat your amount of proteins in that 24 hours of frame. Nothing drastically will change. So another question is, could you make a progress if you eat 1, 2 or 3 meals per day? So as I said, if let's say I'm right now around 100, I don't know, I will lie to you, I was not measuring myself, but let's say that I'm around 120 kilograms with my height that is 193 centimeters. I would say for my optimal muscle growth, I need, if I'm in high quality off season, I would say that I need, let's say, 300 grams of protein, 300 grams of good high quality carbohydrates, around 50 to 100 grams of omega-3, 6 or 9 fats. Do I have to eat them in 6 meals? No. If I do, let's say, fasting, when I want to get rid of my cancerogenic cells in the system and eat only once per day, is that enough? Yes, it's enough. Still, I can make significant progress, and one time, if I eat 1 time per day for, let's say, a few weeks or month, or how long do I think that my body requires to detoxicate itself, it is more than enough. If you eat 2 times per day or 3 times per day, if you divide your amount of nutrients and macros that you need to take per day in 2 or 3 times, it's also enough. So nothing will happen. You don't have to look at your clock, as I said, like as a maniac, that something drastically is going to happen if you miss your meal. So no, it's not. So, but then again, I want to point out also from my personal experience, is it better if you're going to gym and if you want to be a bodybuilder who is competing or just doing it for his own personal reasons and as for health reasons, is it better to eat more meals? I personally think yes, it is. So I don't want to be now like a hypocrite now that I jumped into my own mount about what I said previously, but I honestly think that it is better to eat more. I would say, and it's even less stress for the body, so I would say smaller amounts per meal. When I say smaller, that doesn't mean small. You know, eat as much as you feel that you need to eat without being hungry afterwards, but without putting everything that you can in that meal, unless you really don't have the time to eat properly during the rest of the day. Let's say you're traveling somewhere, you're flying with a plane, you can only eat once or twice in 24 hours without eating improper food. Let's say if they're serving in the plane, if that plane company is not serving such a high quality protein food for all of us who are going to the gym, then yes. But probably if you can eat more meals per day, again, that doesn't have to be 6 times or 8 times as I said previously, but I would say with some optimum results, at least 3 times per day. If you can 4, but 3 is more than enough. And also, I don't want to jump in my mouth again when I'm going to tell you this, that I don't sound contradictory. If you're planning to be in the top 10 or top 5 or even Mr. Olympia himself, then no, probably everything has to be very well organized. But those people are pushing their limit and, you know, making their body every day to give its maximum, and they're trying to be the best they can possibly be. So when you're really at that level, then probably yes, it's important that everything has to be very specifically, strictly planned. But if you're not on that level, if you're not top 10 at Mr. Olympia, then you don't have to do it so strictly like that. You can look better physically and you can have better overall performance than 99% of the people, even if you eat, let's say, 3 times per day. So what is my conclusion in all of this? Don't overthink when is your next meal. Don't overthink how much protein are you going to put in your next meal, as long as it is at least 50 grams. If it's 100 grams, even by my personal opinion 200 grams, you can absorb without any problem. If 3 meals per day is enough for you, then eat 3. If 2, eat 2. If you need 6, eat 6. If you can really put 8 meals per day in your system, then put those 8 meals. There is no wrong way. There is no wrong way in this. The only wrong way is if you become obsessed with your timing, when will you eat and how much are you going to eat. It's important what you eat and how much you eat, not when you're going to eat. So that's going to be pretty much for today. Put your opinion in the comment section. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you don't, still okay. Till next time, bye.